News Services Division of Akashvani presents Northeast Diary.
Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary, bringing you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Today we bring you an interview with Dr. Prithpal Kaur Batra, Superintendent of Police of Longklang District in Nagaland. Dr. Batra recently won the title of Inspirational Women in Social Impact Award at the 4th International Inspirational Women Awards 2023. In this edition, we also get to know about the various snake species in Tripura. But for now, let's go over to Sikkim. Here, the Tibetan culture was on full display on 6th of July, as the state celebrated the 88th birthday of the 14th Dalai Lama at the Serajay Doropeng Ling Monastery in Gangtok. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama's 88th birthday was celebrated last week in Gangtok with wishes and prayers for the revered leader and launch of projects for the Tibetan community. A report.
Sikkim Chief Minister P.S. Thamang was the chief guest at the 88th birthday celebration of the 14th Dalai Lama in Chanmari near Gangtok. Highlighting teachings of the revered spiritual leader, Mr. Thamang urged people to cultivate a sense of love and exhibit compassionate behavior, underscored the significance of knowledge and wisdom in bringing positive changes, and emphasized that true fulfillment lies in the ability to spread joy to others. He laid the foundation stone for a multi-purpose community hall for the local Tibetan community at Serajay Doropeng Ling Monastery in Chanmari. Chairman of the local Tibetan Assembly, Zimba Pinso Bhutia, shares the detail of the program.
6th July is the birthday of His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet, and it is 88th birthday. So it was organized by the Tungar Organizing Committee, which consists of 5 kiddos and 6 Tibetan associations and Tibetan settlement officer. So during the program, we presented varieties of Tibetan culture, and at the same time, the organizing committee organized a blood donation camp in order to mark the auspicious birthday of His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. So during the blood donation camp, we are having above 100 donors for this noble cause, and on behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to thank all those donors who have participated in this noble cause.
Chief Minister P.S. Thamang informed the Tibetan community about the Dalai Lama's proposed visit to Sikkim later this year. Mr. Thamang handed over felicitation letters to members of the community for their contribution to society and felicitated Tibetan Youth Congress members who represented the Gangtok Tibetan community in the Tibet Matters Peace March. The program highlights also include captivating cultural performances showcasing the heritage of Tibet. With Saikat Sarkar, this is Tashyong Bhutia for Akashvani News Sikkim.
Together.
Nagaland police has been aggressively taking proactive steps in the war against drugs to tackle the menace of drug abuse and drug trafficking. One such initiative is Operation Good Samaritan, an initiative to create awareness against drug abuse by involving community participation launched in Kipiri district in Nagaland. Our Kohima correspondent has filed this report.
Operation Good Samaritan is conceived by Superintendent of Police Kipiri K. Swarnampika. Operation Good Samaritan aims to mobilize volunteer youths across Kipiri district to go for door-to-door campaign jointly with the Kipiri police to spread awareness against drug abuse within the society. Today's interested volunteers from Kipiri district can also enroll his or her name for the Operation Good Samaritan. Volunteers will be given participation certificates from Kipiri police as a token of appreciation in recognition of his or her active participation in combating war against drugs to keep his or her society clean. Superintendent of Police Kipiri also called for the cooperations of the public in the district to take part in this noble cause and make it a successful one by holding a mass outreach campaign against drug abuse. For Northeast Diary, this is Asanyo from Akashvani News.
The 5th Junior Boys National Boxing Championship is being held at Itanagar in Arunachal Pradesh since 9th to 14th July. The prestigious event is taking place at the Don Bosco ground in the capital city. It hosts excellent facilities and accommodations for all participants. Continuing the dominance in the ongoing 5th Junior Boys National Boxing Championship, 6 Arunachal Pradesh boxers ensured medals by making it to the semi-finals of their respective weight categories at the Don Bosco ground here on Wednesday, 12th July. Our Itanagar correspondent has sent in this report.
Arunachal Pradesh is hosting the 5th Junior Boys National Boxing Championship this year. The tournament, which started on July 9 this month, will conclude tomorrow, with over 500 boxers from 26 different states participating in the mega event. It is not only showcasing the skills and talents of the young boxers from across the country, but is also serving as a platform for the exchange of culture and ideas among the participants. Lenny Digama, technical delegate of the tournament, says that boxers in the northern states have potentials and are very promising.
I am Lenny Digama, the TD of this championship. It is a very significant championship and I am honored to be the technical delegate of this championship, where we have 365 boxers, junior men boxers, who are very eager to show the talent in boxing, and some of them are potential 2028 Olympic boxers who could represent India at the next Olympics. Believe me, we have seen this championship and we've seen other national championships, and we are very happy that Arunachal Boxing Association, in other words ABBA, has done such a fine job organizing this championship in a very enterprising way. We see Northeast India as one of the most developed states, especially Arunachal, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Sikkim, Nagaland and Tripura. We've had a recent championship in Sikkim which was equally good, and we saw a lot of potential boxers there, but the boxers at Arunachal, we see fire in these boxers, eager not only to learn but to become champions. And I'm sure in due course of time, Arunachal will be one of the leading states of India in boxing. We also have Mizoram and some other states which are very good in boxing. And in due course of time, I'm sure Northeast will be the leading area which will give us the best boxers to be champions and to be some of the best boxers in the world.
The gold medalist of this tournament will represent India in the forthcoming Asian Junior Boys Boxing Championship. For Northeast Diary, this is Rakesh Tole, Air News, Itanagar.
Tripura, which has rich flora and fauna, is also home to different types of snakes, poisonous and non-poisonous. There are many mythological and folk tales full of snakes and pythons. An oral folklore says that once there was such a big python which attempted to prey upon a large adult elephant. The python tried to kill the elephant by coiling it when it took support of large bamboo branches, which cracked and cut the python instead, and thereby killing it. The elephant could escape. Otherwise, it would have been swallowed by the mighty python. Apart from python, there are numerous poisonous snakes. Snakes which possess the neurotoxin venoms are among world's deadliest predators. Tripura is also home to some of the highly venomous snakes. We have more details in this report from our Agartala correspondent.
Some of these tongue-twister names like Bangerus niger, Bangerus fasciatus, Ophiopagus hana and Naya Naya may sound like a language from a different planet, but these are the scientific names of some of the highly venomous snakes which are found in the state of Tripura. Tripura, which is blessed with dense forest and water bodies, is interestingly home to as many as 30 species of snakes. According to snake expert from the Sipahijala Zoological Park, Sanjeev Devnath, there are more than 350 types of snake species found in India, 150 of them in Northeast alone, opining that many of them that are found in the state are non-venomous or are mildly venomous. He says that utmost care should be taken when a person is bitten by a snake. He says, without wasting any time, the person should be rushed to the hospital where anti-venomous treatment can be started. One of the best clues to find out whether the person has been bitten by a venomous or non-venomous snake, he says that if there are 2 points where the snake bites, then it indicates that it was highly venomous snake. On the other hand, if there are mere scratch marks, then it indicates that the snake was not poisonous. Nevertheless, still medical aid must be sought at the earliest to prevent any danger to life of that person. The presence of such a large number of snakes in Tripura will definitely attract the reptile aficionados to visit the state to carry out different studies on the species which are dangerous but are an attractive creation of the nature. Kunal Shinde for Northeast Diary from Agartala.
Our personality of the week is Dr. Pritpal Kaur Batra, Superintendent of Police, Long Lang District in Nagaland. She is in conversation with Ms. Denlin.
Dear listeners, today I'm extremely delighted to have in our program a very young, dynamic woman officer who not only won the hearts of many in Nagaland but has walked the talk with her immeasurable works. She has not only made Nagaland as her home but with pride has embraced the culture and shown her love. So let us get to know from herself. She is none other than Dr. Pritpal Kaur Batra, IPS, Superintendent of Police, Long Lang District. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us for this program. So, ma'am, would you kindly share to our listeners something about yourself and tell us about your journey to an IPS officer?
Hello, everyone. Before coming to the IPS service, I was a dentist. I have completed my BDS from Sudha Rastogi Dental College, Faridabad, under the University of Haryana. And later on, it was all, motivations of my family, especially my husband and my parents. And definitely the Lord's help, so that, I came in this UPSC stream and cleared the exam of UPSC. My rank is 225. I am 2006 batch IPS officer, allotted Nagaland cadre. When I was allotted Nagaland cadre, it was quite surprising also, exciting also, because there are so many notions for the states in the Northeast India. But then I realized that when I entered Nagaland, the people here were very good, very talented, and they are very loving people, very kind-hearted. So my first posting started with the DPT, that is District Practical Training in Dimapur. Then later on I was posted as SDPO Tuensang. For after 1.5 to 2 years, I was then posted to Nuklak. For around 2.5 to 3 years, I have worked there. Later on, I have joined as DCP Crime at Dimapur. After some time, then we joined as SP Longland for the elections time. So this was my journey with respect to the IPS service.
So ma'am, before you were posted here, you were at Noklak. So kindly share us your experience at Noklak and what was your expectations there?
Okay, Noklak was a very exciting posting for me because Noklak was a newly created district and everyone told me it will be very challenging because it is one of the last corners of India at Indo-Myanmar borders. And then definitely I love challenges and I love works. When I visited there, we had big difficulties with respect to the infrastructure, and there was no SP office, no residences, nothing established for the office things. But then we started from the zero. We thought that there may be some perceptions from the public point of view that how and why the outsiders kind of thing. But it was nothing like that. People were very good and they have, won our heart. They were very talented and they have given us a lot of cooperation. So around 2.5 years, I have lived, a beautiful journey of my career. And rather, they have given me a local tribal name of Khimniumuns also. And the works we have conducted at Indo-Myanmar borders, they were not only the works we have conducted. It was a quid pro quo kind of situation where people have also, gave so many notions and we have learned so many things from them and they have learned so many things from us. So it was a win-win situation for both of us and we have just polished their talents. They were already very talented. Naga are talented in every domain. Either it is handicrafts or weaving or singing, sports, shooting, everything. They are very talented. What was actually expected was, I think, my expectations were fulfilled 1,000 times more by their results. They were very wonderful.
So you have also done many humanitarian work and you are still continuing to do it at your present posting here at Longling District. So kindly share with us what are the initiatives being taken up and tell us what has been the response of the public here.
We started these all kind of works in Tuensang, then we did in Nuklak and now we are continuing in Longlen. And it is not an individual work, it's a whole team work which is working with all the departments and with all the personnels from the various fields. And these included from helping the students to the farmers community, to the women, to the self-help groups. And we have started from the morning coaching classes of UPSC and NPSC and other departmental exams free of cost. These classes are running from morning 6 to 10 and we have teachers from the administration and the art and culture department. They are also taking the classes. And then we have started the batches of the livelihood training for the drug addicts, the people who are taking drugs and they are dependent on it. Now we have thought to give them a rehabilitation chances and it's better to give them proper counseling and livelihood so that they can pursue their normal life after they are leaving this OST or other treatments. So already they have made some of the handicrafts. So I'm sure there may be so many others who will be able to come out from this drug addiction problem. Another thing we are helping is, for example, we helped in Nuklak also. We have already sent the farmers from Longland district to Dimapur to get the training. These people will be coming back, they'll become the master trainers and they'll be teaching their own villages. Then we'll be forming a group. For example, we formed a group in Nuklak, like Taste of Nuklak Society. Similarly, forming the SSGs here also, and these SSGs are mostly of women and the males counterparts. They are being taught the other gardening and the livelihood skills. They'll be also made a part of the society. And then we'll be pursuing their livelihood skills as per their needs. And next initiative what we are doing is with respect to the education. We have our children's home here, which is run by the church's authorities, and there most of the children, they are not having their families or the parents. So we have thought to create some computer labs even in that school which is run by the church's authority and along with the higher secondary school also. For example, we have made one big computer lab in the Nuklak. Similarly, we are going to continue here also. Another thing what we have thought is with respect to the preventive policing. I think the most important thing what we wanted to inform all the society people was now the police is changing its roles as the time is going on. It's no more a kind of the British police. Police has to work in a holistic manner where the first step should be prevention of crime. And we are working as such in a holistic manner where all the domains are covered. So we have started going to all the schools and all the CSOs and the NGOs we are providing the awareness with respect to the livelihood and against the intoxicants, against the drugs. We have made some of our SOTs, the special operation teams, who are conducting raids day and night. And again, the people who want to get rehabilitated, we are helping those people also, along with the civil societies. These are some of the initiatives which have been started right now. It's only been few months only for me in this district. I'm sure as the time goes, we'll be continuing and we'll be increasing our scope of work.
Well, you have been conferred with the Inspirational Women in Social Impact Award during the 4th International Inspirational Women Award 2023 by GISR Foundations. So would you kindly share your experiences on this achievement?
This is very encouraging you to get an award from an organization which is recognizing the works when these have been done at the last corners of India, and sometimes we think that we are posted at these far-flung places and how about our hard work. I think hard work always pays, and whatever we are doing, our intentions are always being seen by the Lord, and I think truth and honesty is the best thing which is awarded by these kind of things. So I just want to say that this is a big motivating factor for everyone, and big thanks to the organization also, not only for me, it was for the team who has worked here. So I think this will be encouraging everyone, whosoever is working. Moreover, the women, when they are in the police force, police is actually a male dominant force in all over India, but now women are also taking participation in police and the uniform forces equally. So this will be more motivating for them also. When we wear uniform, we rarely remember actually I'm female or a male. It's a khaki. We feel that we are a uniformed person. But sometimes you feel like there are some arenas when people may have the perception that she is a lady officer. And I have seen many times these kind of situations. But then I have realized, when we work, it's our work which get appreciated instead of whatever the gender or whatever clan or whatever caste, religion we belong from. Works matter more, I think.
Okay, ma'am, do you have any advice for future women awardees?
I'll request all the women, as mentioned earlier, it's not at all a gender. It's only our work, our dedication and our hard work. It's only our intentions which are being appreciated despite whatever background we are from. And people start understanding the intention of a person when we are working for them. Hospitality, what I have received from the public, I have never felt that they have discriminated ever. So I think this is a very good message for everyone that please work hard despite all the odds, all the challenges. Challenges always will be there. Make those challenges in the opportunities. Convert them with your passion, with your works, with your intentions, and I'm sure Lord is going to help us, because truth and honesty always wins. It doesn't matter how dark the night is, the sun will always shine, and doesn't matter how big the challenges are, either it is gender perception or the logistics or infrastructure, any problem, but the hard work always get paid.
So being posted in a far-flung area where facilities are limited, what are the challenges faced by you so far, and how have you met the challenges into a positive impact to the community?
Yes, challenges were there with respect to infrastructure and resources, and we had some of the problems for the pace of our works. But then when communities started working with us, for example, the NGOs and the CSOs and the church authorities and the students' union, when they started working with us, I never felt that these were the challenges. For example, when we are taking the classes at Longland, when we thought that we do not have the venue, how do we teach now? So it was from Students' Conference who have given their own conference hall. In the morning, they open it, and in the afternoon they close it. So they have helped us out. So I have never felt that there was a challenge. These challenges rather got an opportunity to make good relations with the society and the NGOs here. And secondly, yes, one more big challenge was with respect to the perception of some of the people when they think like how these works are going to help and all. But I feel like at the end of the day, the only thing matters is, the welfare and the benefit of the society. How do you make this society more peaceful and more progressive? And that is the only answer to every question and every challenge, I think. So I think this is the best opportunity. I will not word them as challenges. These were the opportunities what I have got. And I think others should consider them as challenges or opportunities that is in their hand.
So lastly, many people, especially the youngsters, look up to you as their role model. So what message or advice would you like to convey them?
See, I don't want everyone to choose one path or one goal or one aim in life to become IAS and IPS or one service. I'll just request everyone to follow their passions, follow their interests. Whichever field they feel that they are good in, give your 100% in that. And I'm sure when you give 100% and then the Lord is also watching us, He sees what all our intentions are. He's also going to, help us out in all these struggles and all these challenges. So kindly keep on working hard with your dedication, with your whole determination. And one day you will definitely get the results of your hard work.
Thank you so much, ma'am, once again for joining us. So dear listeners, this was an interview with the very inspirational Dr. Pritpal Kaur Batra. I believe you will have a lot to take away from this interview. May you stay inspired and motivated by this.
You just heard an interview with Dr. Pritpal Kaur Batra, Superintendent of Police of Longland District in Nagaland. She was in conversation with Ms. Denlan.
This program was scripted and presented by Lucy G. Chattopadhyay, produced by Vinita Thakur with assistance from Kumar Gaurav. It was brought to you by the News Services Division of Akashvani.